I admire runners over 60 who can run 7 days a week, and they put in long miles and loads of speed work. They're able to push without injury or fatigue. They run marathons and even ultramarathons. They are absolute beasts. From what I've seen in social media, these types of older runners actually exist, but I'm certain they're a minority. Most runners over 60 struggle with injuries and fatigue, especially when they put in high mileage and speed work. This video provides recovery strategies for older runners. With proper recovery, you and I can run with fewer injuries and even do occasional fast workouts. If you find this video helpful, go ahead and press the like, and feel free to subscribe to this channel. Hello, my name is Tom. I'm a 65-year-old injury-prone runner. I'm a fan of the New Zealand coach Arthur Lydiard. In the early 60s, he coached several Olympic champions. The most famous was Peter Snell, who won gold in the 800 meters at the 1960 Rome Olympics. And in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics, Snell won both the 1500 and 800 meters. Arthur Lydiard was an innovator. Before him, coaches had runners do fast interval training every day, with few rest days. Lydiard had his runners alternate hard days with recovery days. These recovery days typically involved long, slow aerobic runs or easy fartlegs. Modern training methods continue to follow this hard day, easy day training. Today we have a popular method called 80-20 training. This system was popularized by exercise physiologist Stephen Seiler. Matt Fitzgerald promoted it even more in his book, 80-20 Running, Run Stronger and Faster by Training Slower. Seiler proposed that 80% of our runs should be slow and aerobic, and 20% could be hard or fast. So, for every hard day of running, you should put in about 3 easy aerobic days. I need to mention that world-class and professional runners put in a higher percentage of hard days relative to easy days. High-level competitive runners put in about 3 hard days per week. They may even raise it to 4 hard days per week for a brief period. This brief period would be what Lydiard called the anaerobic phase. In this phase, the athlete is pushing hard to reach their absolute peak fitness. But you and I are not world-class runners. In fact, most runners over 60 could care less about competition. If that's you, then don't even bother with hard days. Although, non-competitive runners can still benefit by doing a few strides or accelerations during their aerobic runs. After my warm-up, I do 4 strides of about 15 to 20 seconds each. Each stride is followed by a 1-minute jog or walk rest interval. I try to do strides during most of my aerobic runs. Strides help develop muscles that don't get worked by slow running. Strides add balance to the routine. A popular motto says, "Make your hard days hard and your easy days easy." This is true. The point is, easy recovery days are essential, even for world-class athletes. What happens when we recover after a hard day? The benefits from hard workouts occur on the rest days. These are called adaptations. If you continue to work hard day after day, you prevent your body from making these beneficial adaptations in the heart, lungs, muscles, and bones. Also, if you are constantly fatigued, you increase the risk of injury and illness. The 80-20 rule is a great guideline for most recreational runners under the age of 50. These younger folks recover fairly quickly and benefit from a hard workout every 4 days. However, the older you get, the more recovery you need. In fact, most runners over 60 would benefit by not running at all for 3 to 4 days per week. I've settled into 3 days of running per week. My current schedule has me running on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays are a hard day when I do things like tempo runs, threshold runs, and sometimes interval training. I also do cross-training on Mondays and Wednesdays. A cross-training day includes 30 minutes of aerobic cycling. It also includes strength training. I'm getting cardiorespiratory exercise 5 days per week. Why do I run just 3 days per week? Primarily for injury prevention. Running is a high-impact, weight-bearing form of exercise. When I consistently run on consecutive days, I get injured. After a run, my muscles, ligaments, joints, and bones cry for a rest. I find that indoor cycling is the best way to rest my legs while also working the heart and lungs. Cycling is a zero impact and non-weight bearing form of exercise. I've heard that the arc trainer is also good, though it is weight bearing. As a runner over 60, my main concern is injury prevention, but I'm also concerned about fatigue. Sometimes running simply gets me tired. When this happens, something's got to give. The first thing to go is a cross-training day. I'll take a day off from cycling. And if I'm really tired, I'll also take a day off from strength training. If you run when you're overly fatigued, you risk injury or illness. Also, beneficial adaptations will be less. Recovery involves more than just taking a day off. Lifestyle also plays a significant role in how well we recover. Factors such as sleep, nutrition, and stress influence how well we recover. A solid night's sleep is an excellent way to get those beneficial adaptations from exercise. During the day, our body and mind undergo fatigue. While sleeping, the body does a great job of repairing, rebuilding, and recouping itself. However, many of us struggle with getting a good night's sleep. My problem is waking up 1 to 2 hours before the alarm goes off. At that point, I rarely enter back into deep sleep, but I figure light sleep is better than no sleep at all. If you consistently struggle with getting enough sleep, talk to your doctor or health professional. Sleep is very important for physical and mental health. Another means for better recovery concerns our nutrition. If we eat poor quality food, then our recovery will be poor. When we eat healthy, our bodies will be healthier. A healthy body will enable those adaptations to work more efficiently. I radically changed my diet in 2021 when my doctor diagnosed me pre-diabetic. Prior to that diagnosis, I was a certified junk food junkie. I had spent years gorging on donuts, ice cream, candy, sugary cereal, soft drinks, cakes, pies. The list goes on. Those were just my night snacks. For dinner, I would eat multiple helpings of the main course. It's amazing I only gained 60 pounds. As a lean junior college track runner, I weighed 167 pounds. At age 61, I weighed 228 pounds. When I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, my diet changed as follows. I stopped eating refined sugar. Once a week I'd allow myself a candy bar or a donut. I also greatly reduced my intake of so-called healthy carbs. Instead of wheat pasta, I began eating chickpea pasta. Quinoa became a substitute for rice. I still eat potatoes, but not as much as I used to. Whole foods have mostly replaced processed foods. And lastly, I've diligently applied portion control to my diet. In the end, I lost that 60 pounds. Today, I have more energy and I feel good most of the time. Stress and other mental health issues can keep us from recovering well. One would think that the retirement years would be stress-free. We don't have young children to worry about. We don't have a career or job to worry about. However, finances can still be stressful. Adult children can be worrisome. Declining physical health causes emotional stress. Our physical health ultimately gets worse as we age. Then there's the specter of death. Each passing day brings us closer to the end. Eventually, we all die, I can honestly say that death doesn't worry me. As a follower of Jesus, I know where I'm going. Perhaps you suffer from stress, anxiety, depression, or other forms of mental illness. If so, please tell your doctor about it. Your doctor can refer you to a counselor or prescribe other solutions. Our mental health affects our physical health. If we are happy and at peace, then we'll recover better from that run. I've dished out a lot of advice in this video. And you know something? Even though I try to apply these things to my own life, I still get injured and I still get fatigued. At the age of 65, I consider it a miracle that I can even run at all. Someday, hopefully not too soon, I'll have to give up running and switch to walking. So be it. Think of how many people over 60 can no longer even walk. Before bed, I always take our little dog Pascal out for a late night walk. On a clear night, I'll look at the stars, breathe in the cool air, and thank God for all his blessings. It's great to be alive. See you in the next video.